Hello, gentlemen. How are you? Greetings from Toronto.
Hi, Bonnie.
Greetings,
Nice to
Bonnie.
see
Hi.
you.
Nice to see you. Oh my goodness, what a compelling and amazing series. I finished it last night, like all 6 episodes. I was
Oh, wow.
riveted. Oh yeah,
Wow.
I
Did you
couldn't.
finish in one sitting? That's my
No,
curiosity.
I had to because that fifth one was a long one. It was like a little
Right,
mini
of course,
movie,
Sure,
of
right?
course.
sure.
But oh my goodness. I okay, my first question I'm going to direct to both of you. And Brian, why don't you take it first? But it's evident that everybody deals with grief and trauma in a different way. And boy, do we ever see it with these characters.
Sure.
Everybody, the migrants, the expats, everyone. Brian, how do you tap into a guy like Clark? Because I think out of everybody, he was really keeping it down and holding the
Yeah,
fort as best as he could.
as best as he could. I think Clark for myself is the first character that I can relate to as far as the things that I've been able to portray the most. I think I'm a father, Clark is a father, and we have very similar personalities and tendencies in the sense of wanting to do everything you can for the family. And I think Clark's guilt is that he was the one that brought the family over to Hong Kong. It was because of his fulfillment, right? As is his job situation entailed. And I think there's a sense of guilt, especially with the tragedy that had happened. And gosh, the tragedy that is that we would
Oh,
never, ever even wish to our
Yeah,
worst enemy.
yeah.
And to
of
be able to
course.
deal with that through the process is really started from a personal sense of self for my character. Um, like you were saying, I think everyone deals with it differently, especially with grief. I think
Yeah.
there's different levels of grief, and what I really try to do is dissect those particular levels through Clark from episode to episode. And so you'll see him still trying to hold it together, yet there's pieces of him that hit these certain levels throughout the series.
Yeah, and Jack, how about for you? I think this is a little different from what we've seen you. I mean, oh my God, we go way back to Boardwalk Empire. I can never get Richard out of my head ever. But honestly, that mask is like
Oh,
ingrained in my
that's so
head.
sweet. Yeah, he was a goodie.
It's okay. It's okay. You did an amazing job. But with this one, David, too, another complicated grief as we find out. What was it for you that you tapped into?
Yeah, I mean it's interesting because Lulu, well, from the book, but it's a great show because it's from so many different perspectives. Like it's not only from those that would be called the victims, but also the culprits, the perpetrators, the
Okay.
people who did the act or committed something, be it accident, be it a terrible, tragic accident in many cases. That we also find out with David later that he comes from this place of trauma throughout his life, and he's sort of been living with it, and it rears its ugly head at many different moments. And I think this gives you such perspective on these people, and that not everything is as it seems, and it's beautiful sometimes to really dive into these very layered characters because that's what humans are. Humans are flawed. We do make mistakes, we do awful things, and we also do great things, and we have love, and we it is tragic. And I think that this show just really just shines a light on all the different perspectives and
Oh
the
yeah,
points of view of that.
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, that
100%. Mike,
sense of. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, please finish up because
No,
I have
I
to
was
wrap
gonna
up.
just add that sense of humanity that we
Humanity,
all kind of
exactly.
search for, and
Exactly.
each individual character is going through their own journey, and yet we bring them all together. So it's so incredibly complex and nuanced in so many different ways, and that
Yeah.
kind of pivotal humanistic element is what audiences will absolutely relate to in so many different ways.
Oh, 100%. Man, I wish I had another hour and a half to talk to you guys. But listen, congratulations on this. You really have outdone yourselves, both of you. It's such a great series. And congratulations on your work on this. And thank you for your time today. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you
Oh,
so
Bonnie, thank you
much.
so
What a lovely thing
much.
to
Okay,
say.
guys.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
dear.
Take care. Bye bye.